Hello, my name is Maxine Samone. I'm here to share a touch of Venus with you. My intention is to help you build a better relationship with yourself so you can have a better relationship with the world around you. If you're interested in personal readings for me, if my readings are resonating with you, you can only book them through atouchofvenus.com. If you're seeing this on TikTok, thank you for being here. It will be posted on YouTube if you are seeing this on YouTube. Thank you also for being here. And you can like the video to support the channel. Subscribe if you like the messages. Hit the notification bell. I would really appreciate it. We're going to start off the reading, the collective message, with a goddess card. Just to get the vibes, you know. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, higher beings of light and unconditional love, divine mother, divine father, Holy Spirit. What goddess is supporting this message today? Oh, I saw Bridget just joined, so might be interested in Bridget. The goddess Bridget. Irene, peace. There is no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. Okay. All right. And then we have Maeve. Cycles and rhythms. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. Okay. So we have a lot of blue there as well. Hello. Yes. So you might be going through the waves right now. Collective might be feeling waves of emotion. If you're feeling overwhelmed with emotion, that's an indicator to release the emotion. I see Rose joining as well. Mary Magdalene may be coming through to help you with alchemizing emotions, emotional alchemy. Really connecting to the body, you know. Really get in tune with what brings you pleasure, or give yourself a break, you know. That's kind of coming through. Let me get one of these oracle cards. Initiation by water. Water. Yeah, the emotions and spiritual service on the bottom of the deck. Again, a lot of blue. So you might be in the waves. You said, do you do free yes or no questions? I've been going through stuff. I am going to post this on YouTube. So I'm not going to do yes or no's on this live, but I can hop back on and we can do another live, you know. So let's see, we have initiation by water. Let's read the little blurb for that together. Number 23. And we also have number 21 here. But it says, hello. Your soul's awakening journey includes the experience of becoming an increasingly clear channel for spirits. To be able to hear, see, and communicate with higher guidance in the loving spiritual worlds. And so you are preparing for an initiation that will further clear and open your receiving channels. Again, removing the powers of the ego. That's that Mary Magdalene energy, you know, of like freeing, clearing your energetic blockages. Dislodging lower vibrational material and sensitizing you to the subtle realms of spiritual light. Spirit can most fully illuminate and inspire a mind that is open and a heart that is unafraid and receptive. You will be grateful that you embrace the emotional clearing and healing necessary to become able to more fully experience the exquisite dimensions of divine beauty and grace. Your soul is opening to a world you may have only dreamed of. Such it is beauty, grace, and love. Beautiful. The initiation by water is known for its intensely clarifying power. You will get to know the depths of your soul. Compare the process to a glass of water with muddy sediment at the bottom. The water appears clear while the stones are left to lie beneath the surface. Yet once the water gets stirred up, the mud and stone begins to rise, and then it can be filtered out. The water is then getting clearer than ever before. This is the turbulence that leads to greater clarity. So the waters in the glass are comparable to your emotional waters, essentially. And so, like I said, you might be in the waves. You might be feeling a bit of turbulence. You know what I'm saying? It's like kind of causing a little bit of a whirlwind of chaos so that all of this can rise and it can be released. I'm really getting the vibe of like somatic healing as well, or stretching, trauma release, like hip openers, like that would be the vibe right now, you know. Drinking lots of water, getting in the bath, you know what I'm saying? All the things. Salt bath is kind of coming through. You want to do that. You know, we're working with full moon in Taurus, you know, and that is a grounded earth sign. However, it is very much connected to the body. And like I said, whenever you're seeing this is a timeless collective message. So whenever you're seeing this, even though we're going through that energy right now, it could apply to you then. So, but Taurus, yeah, it's like working on a cellular level to release the blocked emotions. Specifically, I recorded a lot of readings today. I have a few posted on my page from this morning that were just coming through about releasing financial blockages. And so you could get really emotional when starting to face certain things or have certain conversations, or when maybe unexpected expenses show up, but it's making room so that you can remove these financial blockages, making room in your cellular body to be able to accept more abundance into your life. I also feel like what was coming through was the creative inspiration. So your path to abundance is going to come through intuitive hits, you know, following like these little breadcrumbs of pleasure, of joy, of creativity. And so you have to be able to receive your downloads, you know, and if you have these blockages that are kind of keeping you gridlocked, this is why they're coming up, so that you can release them. Because it does feel like you're supposed to be of service in some way. The card did mention channeling as well, so that's what we're working with, okay? Those are the background energies, but they're saying that, oh, I just like took a deep breath. I got a sharp pain in my back. It's important to, like I said, somatic breathing, somatic healing, release. Maybe you guys are into the tapping, you know what I'm saying, like the affirmations with the tapping, whatever you need to do to engage the body in this movement of energy, you know. I do really feel like it's important for you to stay hydrated, though. Drink a lot of water right now. Okay, what else, Spirit? So we have 9th house faith. Interesting. Cancer, I feel, in the reverse. Jupiter return benefits in the reverse. And then we have 6th house routine. Saturn, truth. The restrictions. You know what I'm saying? You're feeling like I was saying in the readings I had recorded, you know, that I posted on my page earlier today, it's feeling like a lot of us are feeling like, what the fuck? Like, I've been putting the work in, I'm doing the thing. I don't know why I'm not seeing the fruits of my labor. Like, am I tripping? You know what I'm saying? But this is, again, the rising up of all of these limiting beliefs coming to the forefront. Expanding your faith, expanding your trust, expanding your patience, expanding, you know, these are beautiful things, but it's also like, I feel the collective being like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Why? You know, like, and not feeling very confident, having a lot of like self-doubt coming to the surface. It feels like, though, there's an invitation to switch your routine around, and not in a like rigid way. It feels like incorporating more of these relaxing movement like practices, like, I don't know, not being so rigid, asking yourself, what does my body need right now? You know what I'm saying? What do I need right now to regulate my nervous system? Incorporating that into your daily routine. And I feel like there's also something coming through about, you don't really want to be booked and busy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that you may feel like you want to be booked and busy because you think that that correlates to more abundance. But I feel like you actually want a more balanced schedule where you can prioritize your mental, emotional, and spiritual health. So if you can incorporate that now, and I see Libra goddess join, so balance, you know, and then I see empower her, like emphasis on the her joined as well, meaning that like you're leaning more into like a feminine, your feminine energy, incorporating that into your daily schedule, not like just when you need to tap into like the spiritual realms, just when you need to. It's being balanced, but it's becoming routine about those things, and really being honest about how much you want to take on. I don't think that you really want to be booked and busy. Like, you want to have a balanced life. And so don't let your past hold you back. The way that you, that's in the reverse, the way that you did things previously is not going to work in this next chapter. This is also clarifying ninth house faith. We have worked through your fears. And this is clarifying Cancer, I feel, in the reverse. Again, lots of water energy. Lots and lots of water energy. But it's like this. There's an old belief system that it's like running on repeat, you know, of like how you have to do things. Spirit is saying expand your mind, expand your belief system around what your day-to-day is supposed to look like, quote unquote, supposed to, should, all these things of like how you're able to attract the abundance that you really are wanting to attract into your life. And you don't have to be booked and busy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we don't want to bring the same energy of the spaces that we're trying to leave, this linear, corporate, heavy, you know, taxing environment. You don't want to bring that into your creative endeavors, you know. And I feel like that is kind of it's starting to, it's almost like you're losing the plot, you know, and Spirit is trying to reel it back in and be like, look at what's motivating maybe all of the work that you're putting in. I feel like you're leaning way too much into the, well, how then? How, you know? Nothing is yet set in stone. So it's not like you've missed any opportunity. I feel like if you miss a beat, you're going to miss an opportunity, you know? That is programming, because nothing that's meant for you will miss you, right? We have meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces, clarifying sixth house routine. This is exactly what I was saying. Look at the bigger picture, Sagittarius. That's what I was saying. Ninth house faith, Sagittarius, that's that ninth house energy. Expanding your mind, expanding the way that you can attract abundance, expanding, believing that the universe is always working in your favor. I know that these sound like a lot of cliches, but it's coming through that like you have to incorporate this time for yourself to connect to your higher self, to get the guidance that you need on your daily basis. 222 on the screen, you know, like you need to, it's balance, you know. And it feels like as you're leaning more into like how, you know, you're becoming more rigid, and this is actually opposite of what you were trying to create in the first place, you know. And so Spirit is saying, don't worry about the how, actually just spend time connecting with us, asking us, what is my next best step every day? Incorporate this into your routine. The best thing that you can do, especially if you're trying to create something on your own, if you're pursuing a creative endeavor, if you're an entrepreneur, the best thing that you can do when you wake up in the morning is make sure that you feel good. Make sure that you feel balanced. Make sure that you are not distorting your perception of reality because you're not taking care of your body, because you haven't cleared your mind. You're letting your to-do list from yesterday overflow into today, and now you're feeling overwhelmed, and now you're trying to rush through things, and yada, yada, yada. And Spirit is saying, there are days where we will give you instruction or like, you know, tasks, or, you know, it may not make linear sense. However, we have an eagle-eyed point of view of how things are going to unfold. And if you feel called, like, for instance, you just really want to go to a new coffee shop. You know, I always use that example, but it's like, you don't know who you're going to meet there. You don't know who you're going to see there. You don't know if, like, you get the idea to make a video on said thing, and that's kind of out of your comfort zone or whatever, what audience it's going to reach, who's going to talk about you. Like, everything can be so divine and intricate if you allow it to be. If you allow your life to be full of pleasant surprises, it will be. But if you're trying to figure it out on your own, it's going to take a lot longer, you know, to get to where you're going. It is inevitable that you're going to get to where you're going, but it feels like, to bring it back to the beginning of the reading, you're wondering, you know, this collective is wondering, why is this taking so long? Why, you know? And it's showing here we have, yeah, Justice in the Tower in reverse. What's coming for you is coming for you. You feel it coming. You know what I'm saying? You feel this anticipation building. It's almost turning into anxiety, you know? To where that's exactly what's happening. It's like, it's turning into anxiety. It's like you're trying to prepare. And I don't feel like you need to, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like you need to do all that. This old foundation of how you used to do things and build things and operate is falling. We do have Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So there is abundance. Like, you are, you know, like, I have to affirm that you're on the right track. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it does feel like the mind, King of Swords in the reverse. And then we have the Hermit is clarifying, work through your fears. The mind is kind of getting in the way, you know? Yes. Five of Cups in the reverse. So before you count yourself out, you know what I'm saying? Before this even has a chance to come in and you count yourself out, Spirit is saying this is the time to rework, release those blocks. You know, we have the Five of Cups in the reverse, meaning like coming out of this disappointed, or like, I guess it's just not going to work for me. I guess this is just, you know, this is clarifying nothing is set in stone, you know. This is essentially the void space. You get to choose what you're going to create. And the energy that you decide to align with, the attitude that you have, the gratitude that you decide to find in these moments, you know, that you are building this foundation, creating this foundation. As I say that, like literally building the foundation, you're doing the damn thing, you know. Eight of Pentacles, you're at work. You're mastering something. I feel like you're becoming a master of this unknown space. Divine Flow 777 just joined. Welcome. But yeah, 777. Like, you're being led. You're not tripping. You know what I'm saying? I have to affirm these things. Nothing is set in stone because you are in this void space, and Spirit is inviting you to become empowered in the void space, to find your power in the void space, to lean into the best possible outcome in the void space, not into the worst one, you know. So we have 10 of Cups. And look at that. Once we start to switch our attitude, once we start to find gratitude, when's the last time you did a gratitude journal? We start to switch our attitude, once we start to find gratitude, when's the last time you did a gratitude journal? You know what I'm saying? When's the last time? You know what I'm saying? When's the last time? You know, there needs to be like incorporate a spiritual routine into your day, a personal development routine into your day. This is just as important as all the work that you're putting in. As I said, that Two of Pentacles, balance. We have to balance both. We have to balance our masculine and our feminine. And I feel like this is clarifying this 6th house routine, New Moon in Pisces. This is balancing the Virgo and the Pisces axis. You know, the 6th house is Virgo. That's your day-to-day minutia, details, you know, getting lost in the sauce of the details. It feels like that's like Spirit's like, oh, details, you know, getting lost in the sauce of the details. It feels like that's like Spirit's like, oh, you're routine in the day-to-day, you know. And it's like, where are we allowing magic and like our intuition to lead us to what we should do in our day-to-day, you know? So we have 8 of Cups. What are you walking away from? Or what are you walking into? Walking into, I can't even make it up. Walking into the Ten of Pentacles. You're like very close. You know what I'm saying? You are very close. It feels like, as I say that, this does not mean, actually it means that you need to stop taking so much action and kind of detach. Because as I say that, you're very close, and I feel like this excitement, you know? And then we have the Knight of Wands in reverse, meaning that you need to slow down. You know what I'm saying? Like, create space for this abundance to actually, to be received. You know, if you are going, I think that there's no such thing as missing. Like I said, you know, you can't miss what's for you. But it feels like Spirit is inviting you to slow down, because what you've been working to create is to create a life of balance. You know, that, I mean, I feel like I'm saying the same thing, but that's not the invitation. Just because you're very close does not mean that you need to work harder. That's actually the opposite of the advice that Spirit is giving in this, you know, reading. Yes, Three of Cups in reverse. Why 3 Cups in reverse? King of Cups. Eight of Wands. Page of Swords. I just feel like there is something, there's going to be obviously a message coming in. We have the Eight of Wands and we have the Page of Swords. There's going to be an email, a message, text message, phone call, something, some kind of communication coming in, tangible communication coming in as soon as you create this space. It feels like it may come from a water sign man. We do have the King of Cups here. Three of Swords. I feel like someone just like bogarted the reading. Oh, it says your future self sent this on my... I just got an email that said your future self sent this. And the Queen of Swords. Someone just tried to bogart the reading. Some energy. It feels like a Cancer man. Or a Scorpio man. Pisces man. It looks like a third party situation. There may be some message that comes in to distract you. Because it seems like you're very close to achieving your goal. And if you have... Don't get distracted. Okay? Just don't get distracted, because it feels like you're very boundaried. You might have already cut this person off. Yeah, judgment. You already made a judgment call. Don't go backwards. You know what I'm saying? This moment, you know, that you're experiencing, I see 1, 2, 3 on the timer, or not on the timer, on the thing. The moment that you're experiencing right now is, hello, happy Saturday, is the moment right before a big glow up. You know what I'm saying? Right before you get what you really want. There's self-doubt. There's worry. There's people coming back in. It's like, I feel like the devil, if you want to say, pulling out all the stops. You know what I'm saying? Because it does feel like you're doing something that is very big. Spiritual service on the bottom of the deck. You know? And so, any distraction. You know what I'm saying? Anything to plant those seeds of doubt, of fear, to get you off your path. Nine of Pentacles. You're doing fine by yourself. You know? Listen to your guidance. Listen to the... It's funny that I see the snail too. It's like, yes, you've had to take the long, hard road. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you've had to take the long, hard road. Yes, you've had to learn your lessons. Yes, you've had to heal. Yes, you've had to go through this emotional alchemy. Yes, you've had to remove the powers of the ego. But you know what? You've been doing it. Spirit is saying remain in this place of power, of elevation, from like of defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've created this space for you to be creative and pursue your goals. You've created the safety for yourself. Don't let somebody come in that you've already made a judgment call, that you've already seen their true colors. You know what I'm saying? Come in at this last moment. It feels like in Bogard, what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they even feel this. As I said, that Four of Pentacles, they're like, save your energy. Please save your energy. You know, like in this context of this reading, it's important that you recognize where you're at, who you are, you maintain that, especially in these moments where you're feeling emotionally vulnerable. That's when these little tests come. And I don't even like to say like tests like that, like tests from the universe. You know what I'm saying? It just feels like when you know better, you got to do better, you know, and it feels like you've already gone through this situation. Yeah, Queen of Cups, she flew out over here. Queen of Cups created the safe space for her to be in her Queen of Cups. You created the safe space for you to even, you know, be in this space where, like I said, peace. We started with Irene, the goddess Irene. It says peace, cycles and rhythms. Even though you may go through your own emotional ups and downs, if you're in this like going through the waves thing, you may feel as though, you know, you just want somebody to talk to, or this person pops up at the perfect time where it's like you might be a little bit vulnerable, you know, and you want something to validate you, to make you feel good, or to give you that fiery feeling, you know. But Spirit is saying that this was showing up as a third party situation and heartbreak. I feel like this person could also just feel that something is changing about you, you know. And that's not the best vibe. Yeah, Nine of Wands. Look at the fierceness of the Nine of Wands. You know what I'm saying? You've had to go through a lot to get to this point on your own. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Without having the resources, without, you know what I'm saying, you had to go through the journey of seeing your own value. Not because this person didn't see it, but King of Pentacles in the reverse. It was like, it just feels like this person is attached to an old timeline, you know, one of instability, not sure where to invest, not feeling very confident in yourself, kind of giving codependent. Yeah, it feels like missed opportunity. It's interesting because we had the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. We had the King of Pentacles. You guys were a pair. You know what I'm saying? You guys were a match at one point. We also have the King of Cups over here upright, and we have the Queen of Cups upright. You guys have had to go on your own individual journeys. It just feels like this King of Cups, now that they are more emotionally available, they're seeing that they missed an opportunity. Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Sun in reverse. Through their darkness, through their own ego death, through this, they see your value now. They see that you were a good investment, you know. But you're showing up here as you had to fight to even get people to notice you. You know what I'm saying? To see your value. You had to work through your own healing journey to see your own value. And now you've created this space, and Spirit is just saying, like, Ten of Swords in reverse. This is a part of this emotional, like I said, this kind of felt like a Bogart in the reading, but this is a part of that emotional sediment that is coming up to be released. The Ten of Swords in reverse. Yeah, the Five of Pentacles in reverse. And then we have the Six of Wands. This is connected to, like I said, it's connected to an old timeline. So any emotional cords, like energetic cords that you have to people from an old timeline are coming up and back to be released. We are going through a Mercury retrograde, I believe in Sagittarius as well. We had some Sagittarius vibes here. But it does show that you are going to be successful. It does show that you're in a very boundaried, you know, place in your life. So I do feel like it kind of sucks because I don't think that's necessarily something that you wanted. You know, I feel like you might have even prayed for this person to come back at one point, or this would have been a wish fulfilled at one point in your life. This was a part of you planning your abundance you wanted to create with this person. And I feel like that is also part of it, is like you getting your 10 of Pentacles and you getting your karmic justice and all of those things. It's not related or connected to that person. And so it's like giving you the opportunity to like tear up that spiritual karmic contract, you know. Let me see. I don't know if I need to go any further with that. I don't really feel like it's necessary. Just thinking. I'm thinking about, let me see. Maybe okay. Some confirmation of that person, this energy, or what's going on, what happened in this situation, so you can have a better idea. Oh, we just had Inanna join. That was a beautiful story. Inanna and Ishka girl. That's her sister. Inanna's descent. So this person could have been, look into that mythology if that calls out to you. It's a Mesopotamian story about Inanna's descent into the underworld and her initiation. So this person could have been this heartbreak could have been this initiation into, yeah, sadness in the reverse, self-sufficient, upright. You had to let that shit go. You know what I'm saying? Like, immediately. But through that, it's like you can find appreciation for your karmic, because this helped you to come into realization of who you were. It feels like they were, in an odd way, even through the fucked up things, they were in their divinity. You know what I'm saying? Because they helped you to develop into this person and see your own shadows, you know, where you had voids, where you needed to pour more love into yourself, you know. So we have breath of fresh air. Like I said, you kind of went off on your own and you're like, I don't know, I feel like you feel better. You know, it's been a while, it feels like. Family man, interesting. Maybe you guys, that could be a detail, you guys talked about having a family together, you know, but love yourself first is coming out. Like I said, you're so focused on 10 of Pentacles, and that's not just money. That's like legacy. That's like family. That's like ancestry. That's like all of the things. It's the ultimate like thing, you know? And so when you were with this person, I think that you really leaned into the potential of that. I think that you saw great qualities in them. I think that you overlooked their shadows, which were a reflection of your own shadows that you had to heal and like love in yourself. But I do feel like you were like seeing their highest potential And I don't think that they gave you that same grace. And so then you had to like flip the script and like see your highest potential. You had to separate yourself and like learn to see your highest potential, not other people's highest potential first, you know? The prototype, and you're like, I'm a bad bitch. Actually, I forgot who the fuck I am. Actually, I've been that. Actually, I can't believe I let myself. Actually, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like you came to this, it's almost like you made a pact with yourself. I feel like you made a pact with yourself and you're like, I promise to never let myself get like that again. You know what I'm saying? I promise to never ignore myself like that again, you know? Missed opportunity. Now this person, I feel like they watch from the sidelines or they look at you and they're like, damn, what was I thinking? Damn, how come I didn't see it before? Damn. I don't know. This person was kind of standing out to me. It's interesting because like you being the prototype and like love yourself first, all these things. It's the wear for me on these cards, like the clothes. This feels very domesticated, you know, normal. When you're loving yourself, you're in your like spiritual authority. You got your head wrap on. She has the thing right here. You know, she has like some sacred geometry tattoos. This man though, it feels like he has like Jordans on and like a chain, you know. It's like it's not just the aesthetic. It's like how your belief system and how you like, something about that is coming through about the difference of that. And you kind of like choosing to be domesticated or trying to be domesticated because you wanted a family. You know what I'm saying? You wanted this person to see you in this way. But I really feel like you're like actually like priestess vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like initiation through heartbreak. And so I feel like this person, they didn't see like the goddess in you, you know? I feel like they looked more at the 3D things. You could have been asking for them for the basic things too, like flowers, you know what I'm saying? And they didn't even see the goddess in you. You were asking for the bare minimum, you know? Sagittarius is coming out here, so you could be a Sagittarius or have Sagittarius placements. Or you guys could have moved away from each other. Live far from each other. And then we have Libra. So yeah, you guys could have had like a very deep connection. You know, he could be a Libra as well. You guys could be a Libra. I don't know, have those placements. But it feels like more so like it was a spiritual contract, you know. I feel like them to not also like not judge a book by its cover. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever circumstances you may be going through, like to actually look at somebody on a soul level, you know? And also for you to learn that you cannot be feeding into people's potential before you feed into your own. Perfect match in the reverse. I feel like you really thought that it was that though. Don't we all go through that though? You know what I'm saying? Don't we all? Deep thoughts. And express your feelings. Interesting. But it's interesting because Prince is coming out here on this deck. The masculine is now leaning more into their feminine and they're wanting to express their feelings. And you're over here like, do I even really care to hear what they have to say? You know what I'm saying? I mean, my whole advice in the beginning of the reading with the tarot was like, stay boundaried up because they've already shown you their true colors, you know? They didn't see you for who you were. It kind of feels like, again, this is also related to your abundance and like, it's like feels very test-y. You know what I'm saying? We have divine protection coming out here as well. You're not meant to be domesticated. You're a very like I said, spiritual service. When you're on your own, you have the headdress, you have the, I don't know. It's just like you're very goddess-esque, you know? And not even goddess-esque. You are embodying the goddess, you know? And it just feels like you would have actually sacrificed more being in this connection because of your idea of what you thought that a Ten of Pentacles was supposed to look like, you know. Yes, as I say that, Empress and Virgo. You may have some Virgo placements. You're literally the Empress. Or this is what you're supposed to do for work. You are supposed to be leading in this way. Through your embodiment, through... It feels like Virgo is always an interesting sign too, because, you know, it's connected to so many things. But there's something about purity, the Virgin, but it's more so not needing anyone. You know what I'm saying? Being of service to self first. Also being able to create, you know, like the Virgin, like Virgin Mary, being able to create with source. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we just had Cleopatra join the live as well. But like, yes, you're like connected to source in a very deep way. And was kind of coming through. It's disrespectful to be around people that don't see you in this light, you know. Bittersweet just joined. It's bittersweet, you know what I'm saying? It's like you get to experience the comforts of this world, of this lifetime or whatever, but it's only through quieting yourself down, you know what I'm saying? Like making yourself small. And those that are intimidated by your Empress energy, by your divinity, by your goddess energy, they first of all, they're not going to last in your life. Divine protection, you know what I'm saying? You would have to literally ignore yourself to allow those connections to like be maintained in your life. And this is the promise that you made yourself, you know, that you wouldn't do that again. So it says weigh out your options. We have vulnerability in the reverse on the bottom of the deck, and then we also have lacks maturity. So it's like you have bigger work to do here in this lifetime, it feels like, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Spiritual service keeps coming out. You're more focused on your bag, how you're going to create this, how you're going to offer your gifts to the collective. Like put that in context. You know what I'm saying? Like keep that at the forefront of like what you got going on. Although you may be very tempted and wanting to like explore this, or you guys could have had a very deep spiritual connection, or like I said, this person was an initiator in your spiritual, you know, like this initiation. So you do see yourself in this person. I do feel like they see themselves in you to an extent, maybe more so that they've gone through this ego death, but it just feels like the contract has been null and void now, you know what I'm saying? Or like it's been fulfilled. So it just feels like you would be, rather than stepping into like your rightful place as a goddess, as a priestess, as a, you know, you would be choosing to mother someone, you know what I'm saying? And in reality, you are essentially working with the Divine Mother on a much larger scale. Not saying that this person's healing doesn't matter, but it's not your responsibility. You're not their mother. You know what I'm saying? So that is what's kind of coming through. We have Ethereal joining the chat. That's what I'm talking about. You are like, you know. So I feel like that's the reading. I don't want to dive too much deeper into their energy. We kind of see what's going on. But if you're interested in a personal reading, you can only book them through atouchofvenus.com. And if you're seeing this on YouTube, if you can like, subscribe, share this video with someone that you feel like needs it, I would really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.